So 2 years ago for my birthday, I asked for this like lino printing kit and I never used it. One of my art goals for this year is to try new mediums, and I thought best way to start is with the stuff I have. One of the things I already have is lino, and it was on my list of things I wanted to try. Other things, like I want to try punch needling, I want to try weaving. I've already tried polymer clay. That was more the end of last year that I started that. But something like punch needling or weaving, it's gonna take a bit of money. So I'm slowly saving up over the months so that I can put money towards doing that, because I just want to try out new things, seeing what I like, what I don't like. Because 2 years ago I bought a set of colour pencils and I'd never used colour pencils for drawing or anything, and they've ended up being one of my favourite things to use. It's my go-to medium. So I just want to branch out and try some new things, and one thing, like I said, at arm's reach is the lino printing. I've been trying to do this all week. I started off earlier this week by drawing out some ideas in my sketchbook, and then yesterday I got to 4 o'clock, light was going, and I just decided to pick 4 of the ideas, cut up the sheet of lino that I had, and just basically, I did them in pencil. I finally found a Sharpie this morning so I can go over them with Sharpie so that I can actually see where I'm supposed to be cutting a bit easier. But knowing me, I'll probably end up cutting something wrong. I'm just waiting for that inevitability. I'm just waiting for that inevitability to happen. So that's my plan for this afternoon. Once I've done this. It's Monday now. I finally did my printing yesterday at like 5 o'clock. I made the poor decision of starting to play a new game, and initially I was like, oh, I only play it for an hour, and then I played it for about 5 hours. Not necessarily the best use of my time, but I had fun. So I did finish doing my carving on Saturday evening. It took longer than I thought it would, and I ended up myself 5 times with the carving tool. So obviously I've got something to learn in how to handle the thing. I don't know what it's called. Cutting. I suppose it's just a cutting tool. When I tried to size up to a bigger like cutting bit, I struggled to control it, and it took like 8 times snapping my fingers for me to decide to move back to a smaller carving tool to finish the carving. Did get there in the end. So I ended up deciding to like carve out where I had faces. I completely got rid of them because I was really frustrated by that point because I myself so much. And I got rid of a lot of the extra detailing around the edges, like for the radish. He's got no face, he's got no extras, he's a little bit sad now. And the ink I've used is still wet and it's on my hands now. But I ended up doing the printing yesterday, which was Sunday. It didn't go too badly. It took a little bit of trying. I found that putting the ink on, pressing down the lino and then leaving it there for a bit and then pulling up got the best results. Not leaving it for a bit ended up with me not having complete prints, or they got a bit smudgy. So that was a lesson learned. I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but I didn't think that the prints would be flipped. Call me stupid, but it just did. I didn't think about it, that's how it would work. It just wasn't a thought in my head. So everything's looking a little bit tilted. I know I do generally draw on a slant with my right hand, so I'm not surprised. Well, I was surprised because I wasn't expecting it to be mirrored, but obviously it would be mirrored because it's a print. But that's me being a bit silly. So I've managed to fish out a red paint that I think is quite close to the colour of the ink used. I'm sorry, you can hear one of my dogs, she's doing twirlies under my desk. Because I just want to neaten up some of the edges of some of these, like with the little devil face. I want to just sort of do the top line of his lip and fix this ear and this ear. Like I said, I struggled with the carving, so I just need to do a little bit of neatening up. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these. I've got no uses for them. I've just got them now. I'm definitely going to try doing more lino printing in the future and work on my cutting technique so I don't my hand up instead of the lino. I did enjoy it. It made for a nice change, and I don't typically do things that are monocolour or that just have line work. I usually do a lot more rendered work, so this was definitely a nice change. And yeah, like I said, I'd like to do more of it and just play around and see what I can do. Like I know you can do, oh, what is it? Like, begins with an R, I think. It's where you have multiple layers of your print and they're all different colours. Regressive, I think, regressive printing, maybe something like that. But I want to try that out, and I've seen like gradients of ink, and I think there's a lot of fun to be had, and I definitely want to play around with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go wash off my lino so I don't keep on getting ink everywhere. I'm gonna tighten up the edges of my prints. I don't know if me talking, if this is long enough to cover what remains of my footage, because I don't know how much footage I've got. I probably won't come back and speak to you again, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't think you would have learned anything other than don't put your hands up with lino tools, and your prints will be reversed once you print them. If you're having a funny 5 minutes like I did. Please consider subscribing and liking and maybe watching a couple other of my videos. I'll see you later. Bye.